now!
Hello, this is Billy Core from Carolina Circle Mall, and welcome back to Nostalgic Christmas 2017. And before we get into the main part of this video, I just want to show what I've done in my office this past week. I've once again rearranged things. My main computer, the Packard Bell Sleeper with the Core i5 and whatnot, it was sitting here where my Packard Bell corner desktop is now, which is the subject of this video. But I moved it over here, right next to my two little vintage computers here, the Gateway and the Carolina Flyer. So I would be able to have my corner Packard Bell desktop in a more comfortable and easy to use location, and to have this corner right here used for various laptops and other little projects of mine. Currently I've got my Apple iBook G3 sitting here. The corner Packard Bell did used to be in this corner, but it was, like I said, a little difficult to use. But yeah, I think it's a lot more manageable here, and I do like it quite a bit. Anyway, on to the main portion of the video. This is the Packard Bell Multimedia D132, my greatest computer acquisition of this year. As you can clearly see, this isn't your average vintage computer or even your average mid-90s Packard Bell. This is one of Packard Bell's rare corner desktop computers that they manufactured in the mid-90s. These are extremely hard to find, but somehow a good friend of mine was able to purchase this computer several years ago and decided to sell it to me. I finally purchased it from him this past summer, and here it is. By the way, this was the same guy who found my current Packard Bell Legend 822 CDT back in 2013, so this isn't the first rare Packard Bell computer he's hooked me up with. As I mentioned before, Packard Bell did not make many computers in this case style, hence the rarity. It was designed to be used comfortably in a corner and or on a corner desk, although as you can see right here, mine is not in the corner at the moment. These first appeared around 1995 and were only seen in Pentium and Pentium MMX models over the years. There was never a 486 model of these that I know of, though I could be wrong. The most common model was the Multimedia 215, sold in the early part of 1997. There's been one for sale on eBay for almost $300 for most of this year, but has never been sold. And it's also missing the gray monitor stand that mine has. Now again, this particular one is a Multimedia D132. This particular one was manufactured on November the 13th of 1996. Features a 166 megahertz Pentium processor, slot 7, socket 7. I don't know how much RAM it originally shipped with, but it's currently got 48 megabytes in it. And I don't know what kind of hard drive it originally shipped with either, but I have my suspicion that it was a 1.2 gig hard drive, which was standard for the time. And again, it uses the rare corner desktop style. It is such a privilege to have a Packard Bell like this. Of course, as a avid Packard Bell collector for many, many years, it has been a goal of mine to get one of these someday, but due to its rarity, it was nothing I was really after actively. But I wound up getting one anyway, and I would not trade this for anything, for any other computer in the world, except maybe the all-in-one Packard Bells that they made in the mid-90s. I believe those were the Spectria series, and I've always had a soft spot for vintage all-in-one desktop computers for some reason, and having one that's a Packard Bell would just be very, very cool. I was almost able to get one from someone back in 2011, but unfortunately that deal wound up falling through. But yeah, other than that, I would not trade this computer for any other computer in the world. It is very, very cool to have such a rare piece of computer history right here. I believe Lazy Game Reviews did a video either this year or last year about the weirdest computer designs of the 90s, and this was one of them. So yeah, very, very cool to have. So, and I've got the an original Packard Bell monitor on here. This, I don't think, was what originally came with it, but well, I know this wasn't what originally came with it because I didn't get the monitor with it, but it still matches it perfectly. This is the 15-inch Packard Bell monitor. I've had this for several years now. I've used it on various machines over the years, but I gotta say it really looks good on this one. Alright, let's about ready to power it up. A couple more things I want to show. I actually have the very original keyboard that came with this computer, and it is in beautiful condition. And don't have the original microphone, but I've got another Packard Bell microphone here. Again, as far as I know, it didn't come with one of these, but I do have a Packard Bell Fast Media remote hooked up to it right now, although it doesn't really work for some reason at the moment. I suspect it probably just needs some new batteries, but I haven't bothered with replacing those batteries right now, mainly because I don't think we have any at the moment. But enough blabbering, let's power her on. Going to the BIOS. This Packard Bell uses the PB640 motherboard, which is kind of a rare motherboard in itself. Only other Packard Bell I had with one of these boards was the Legend 3540 that I sold to Elmol 3 back in 2013. As you can see, it's your standard AMI BIOS of the time. 166 megahertz, 256K of L2 cache. It's actually on a Coast module that's installed in here, and it actually came out of a compact. The last owner had added that. Yeah, really not much to see here. I'm going to boot into Windows 95. This is currently running on a compact flash card, a 2 gig card, which is about out of space. I need to get a bigger one. Right, log into the server. Got my custom Packard Bell wallpaper there. Oh, interesting thing to note about this computer, this was actually sold in Canada. This is a Canadian model. But there's really no difference between this and a United States model. So, first I want to check something here under display properties. Okay, we're good there. Going to my computer. Guess I'll zoom into the monitor so you can see. Now that refresh rate's kind of not so good at the moment, but got Windows 95B. It did come with 95A, but I upgraded it to B. Internet Explorer 5.5, and of course we got Microsoft Plus on here as well. I believe we have a Cirrus Logic 5440 video card on board, of course. Packard Bell 1511 SL monitor, which is this right here. And a Netgear PCI Ethernet card. obviously not original to the system, but I added it so I could access my network. Don't use this for internet browsing, obviously, but it's there if I need to access files on my server or anything like that. And of course we've got the good old-fashioned Packard Bell sound modem card. Okay. We'll zoom out. Oh, sorry if that was blurry. I didn't know it would be, but okay. And this has the 1995-1996 software pack. I suspect this was one of the last models to have that software package. This is the same software package that my childhood Legend 822 CDT came with, although the one on here is a slightly upgraded version of that includes Encarta 96 and Works 4.0, while the older version had the older versions on there. So we got to show off Navigator, of course.
Welcome from Packard Bell. We offer you two computing environments to choose from: Packard Bell's Navigator or Microsoft Windows. You may also begin by taking a quick lesson on using the mouse.
And this is Navigator 3.6. We can go into Arc Workspace. Oh, why not? Info guide. I've got it set up to show the manuals that would have come with this system. System guide for the PV640 board, remote control guide, and corner computer guide. Manual on the configuration and performance of your Packard Bell corner computer guide. Lovely grammar there. Lovely grammar. Okay, I guess we should play a game or two. What do you want to play? I didn't think this through. One moment while I find one. Alright, I found a game to play, and while I was gone I also adjusted the refresh rate on the monitor. It should be a lot more tolerable. And the game we're going to play is my original copy of the game Firefight from 1996. Childhood favorite of mine. I did a video for it back during Nostalgic Christmas 2014, actually. So if you want to check more on this, go check that video out. It's a game that no one ever talks about for some reason. It's one you never hear of. But it's really, really good, so I'm surprised no one remembers it. Okay. I already got DirectX. So, options, controls, joystick, and play. Ooh. My Gravis Gamepad Pro. We'll zoom into the screen.
Electronic Arts, Epic Megagames, Chaos Works, Firefight.
Turn the sound down a little bit. Alright, play the first level here. This is my dad's favorite computer game of all time, and he's still waiting for the sequel after 21 years. I'm going to attempt to play this without the cheats, just for you guys to enjoy.
You have found
better.
a secret place. You have found a secret place. Missiles, plasma gun.
I'm used to playing this with a joystick. It's a little difficult with a gamepad, but I'll get used to it. Yeah, very good game. I highly recommend it. I know what you're thinking, for those who did see my video about this game back in 2014. Are we going to see the Farcaster? Well, probably not. That's in a different level. I'm not sure if I feel like going that far in this game tonight. So if you want to see the Farcaster, please refer to my 2014 video.
S'mores. You have found a secret place.
Good music in this game too. CD audio actually. Running low on power there. Oh, there we go, got a boost. Weapons! Well, actually, that was power.
S'mores activated. Entire area has been destroyed.
Alright, we can go ahead and get out of this level.
Time. Mission complete.
You know what, let's go ahead and do the Farcaster level. But I will need to use cheats in this, I imagine. Just so we have a chance of seeing that Farcaster. Just need to remember how to activate it. For cheats it is.
Cheater.
There we go. Light and vulnerability. Let's just breeze through this so we can get to that Farcaster. Use extreme prejudice. You don't want to be doing that this day and age. Political climate, that is. Now that I got invulnerability, I can just run into those bad guys.
Successful.
I think.
Ending up successful. Incoming missile.
Gameplay's just fine on this system.
Ending up successful. Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
Your mom's an incoming missile. Well, that was kind of rude.
Ending up successful. Ending up successful. Ending up successful. Ending up successful.
I do need to get a joystick for this machine. So I can use the Sidewinder 3D Pro I got on the Gateway. Probably make more sense on this machine. So yeah, if you can find a copy of this game, I highly recommend it.
Ending up
And it's
successful.
pretty compatible as well. I've gotten it to run on operating systems as new as Windows XP. Of course, you need to use some compatibility adjustments, but once you do that, it'll work just fine on Windows XP.
Successful.
See, I can just run into them and blow them up. Of course, you can only do that if you're cheating, or else it'll take a lot of damage. And that shark ship, this is what I call it.
Incoming missile. Ending up successful. Ending up successful. Ending up successful. Ending up successful. Incoming missile.
Alright. We're getting close to the forecaster, folks, don't worry.
Ending up successful. Ending up successful. Ending up successful.
Alright, as you heard there, we're getting close to our old friend, the forecaster. Or as the Flying Scotsman calls it, UK Prime Minister Theresa May's mode of transportation. Alright, get that guy killed there. There we go. We're getting close, folks. Getting goosebumps, because I am. We're so close. We're so close to it. Where is it? I can feel it. I can feel it. I can feel it. There it is. It's the forecaster. It's the forecaster. Alright, let's forecast ourselves. Theresa May's vehicle.
Large ship in range.
Now this guy used to scare me as well as a child, this large ship.
Incoming missile. Incoming missile.
Quit sending your missiles toward me. I'm just trying to destroy your homeland. Don't need to blow that up, but I figured why not.
Mission complete.
Alright, that's enough firefight for the night. Don't want to bore you guys with just one computer game. Okay. Let's, try a little bit of DOS gaming, shall we? And this time, let's actually just stay in Windows. Okay, I've got a... I thought I had a DOS games folder in the start menu. I guess not. Oh well, we'll just go ahead and drop down to DOS. Not gonna hurt anything. Just going to take the Firefight out of the drive. Ooh, we really don't have much DOS memory, which is surprising for Packard Bells. Can we at least play Sky Roads? No. Yeah, we're going to have to head back into Windows. I should probably put Quim 97 on here, which is kind of unfortunate. Usually don't have to do these with do this with Packard Bells. They're usually configured to have more than enough DOS memory. I don't know what's different about this system. But maybe we can get by doing it in Windows. I'll just go into my computer, go to Games, and let's see if we can launch it from here. And we can't. The heck? Oh, now I got even less DOS memory. This is one thing I do not miss about old computers. DOS memory. It can be a pain in the butt, especially on something where DOS memory should be perfect, like on a Packard Bell, where it always was. Why not on this system? Guess it's such a rare computer, DOS doesn't know what to do with it. Everything looks normal. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out and I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I think I got it figured out. I just had to reboot the computer, hit F8 during startup and have Windows 95 boot into command prompt only. And that seems to have fixed our memory problem. We do not have a working CD-ROM drive, but that's okay. I've got everything on the CF card. So let's try this again. Beautiful. Okay, I want to play this with the keyboard this time, which is good because this game is not one you want to play with a D-pad. Well, let's get a good song going. It's Christmas. Yeah, that's good, I think. Oh, we're off to a good start. Road 2. I know I'm weird about music in this game, but it's got to be the perfect song, especially one particular one I hope I get. There we go, that's my favorite. And, oh, you guys really want me to do this. It's Christmas, come on. Okay, we'll do Road 3. You know, this is where I fall apart at completely. Wow, I'm usually not that bad. I think there are certain tiles that I cannot jump on. Well, I'm surprised I got that far. Yeah, this game was not meant to be beaten, I don't think. But hey, it's got good music. You know, that was the first computer game I ever showed on this channel back in 2008 when I did my very first computer video ever. Or I believe that was 9 years ago. 9 years. Okay. You know what? We played Jazz Jackrabbit Holiday Hare 94 in the Legend 822 update videos, so why not Holiday Hare 95 for this video? And this game was actually made with these Gravis gamepads in mind, so we'll use it. Of course, this one's a little bit newer than what this game was designed to play with. This was the first Jazz Jackrabbit game I ever played, Holiday Hare 95. I first played it in November of 2010 when I saw Lazy Game Review's review about this game. And I've loved it ever since. I'm sure I would have loved it as a child if I'd known of its existence. Whoa, that was weird. Yeah, I think this probably is my favorite version of Jazz Jackrabbit, probably because it was the first one I ever played. But I like them all, even Jazz Jackrabbit 2, albeit probably not as much. The original just seemed more simple. Invincibility ran out. I'll even fix that. There we go. And I appreciate you not commenting on the fact that I use cheat codes. Seriously, I do. Let's keep it that way. This is going to be a long video, I imagine. Okay. Now we got a shortcut. Hey Mom, it's a shortcut! Shut up, numbskull. This really bad Three Stooges impersonation was brought to you by Nobody Gives a Crap. invincibility ran out, but we'll try to live with it this time. Alright, I think we're at the end. And we are. And that's Jazz Jackrabbit Holiday Hare 95. Shown this many times on the channel. Alright, off camera, I'm going to boot back into Windows. Okay, back in Windows, and getting toward the end of the video here, and I want to do one more little thing. Do a MIDI test. And what's cool about this computer, and I've had a few other Packard Bells that are like this, including the Legend 1510 Supreme. These later 1996, 1997 era Packard Bells included a special wavetable driver for these old Packard Bell sound cards. It uses the Brook Tree wave stream, I think it is. And of course you can switch between this and the FM synthesis, but we're going to take a listen to this wavetable with a Christmas Carol. Yeah, I think it sounds pretty good. One MIDI file that really does sound good on here, and I think I've showed it before with this wavetable, is the cloud.mid from the Windows 95 Easter egg. So that's about all there is to show in this video. Absolutely love this computer. It's such a rare beast to have. I also forgot to mention that I also got a lot of the original paperwork with this system, but this video has gone on long enough, and if you want to see that, I believe I showed it in the unboxing video I did when I got this computer back in June. So if you want to see all that good stuff, go back and watch that. So yeah, there'll be some more videos involving this computer this week, actually, so this won't be the last time you'll see it during Nostalgic Christmas this year. So until that next time, this is Billy Core, signing off. Thank you for watching my video. If you liked what you saw, please like, subscribe, and follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. The addresses are located at the bottom. Until next time, this is Billy Core wishing you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.